Welcome to this pedagogy premiere on attachment. In this short video, we will explore the importance of early relationships on the development of our children and young people, and consider how we can maintain those positive connections. Let's start where it all begins, the brain. Brains are built over time from the bottom up. The basic architecture of the brain is constructed through an ongoing process that begins before birth and continues into adulthood. Simpler neural connections and skills form first, followed by more complex circuits and skills. This starts with the brainstem, which controls our fight or flight response and is connected to survival. Then follows the parts of our brain connected with relationships and finally learning. The brainstem, the primitive part of the brain, is responsible for keeping us safe. It's the part of the brain that makes us run away from danger, fight for our life, or freeze inside. It keeps us alive. This is very helpful for a child living in a dangerous environment, as their brainstem will be constantly on high alert, ready to keep them safe and to prevent danger. It does its job extremely well. The problem for some of our learners who have experienced trauma to varying degrees is that when they transition to a safe environment, the primitive brain does not turn off, so the child stays continuously in survival mode. We see these children operating constantly in fight, flight, or freeze, and normal everyday events signal danger to their brain. The child is developmentally stuck in the brainstem, and very little information can get passed up to the higher parts of the brain. Whilst they are stuck here, they cannot form secure attachments, manage their emotions or behaviour, think or learn or reflect, because they are simply trying to stay alive in a world that they feel is highly dangerous. The key message here is that children's brains develop from the bottom up, and the higher brain regions do not work properly if they are stuck in the lower regions. Academic learning happens in the cortical part of the brain. If proper development in the first two brain areas does not happen, the child will not be able to learn, no matter how good their teacher or support from their PSA is. Positive adult-child interactions result in secure attachment. This is because the child's needs are regularly and consistently met, so they feel secure and happy and are eager to explore their surroundings. They know they can trust their caregivers to be there for them, as they have experienced the consistency and sensitivity towards their needs. In schools, we may be the secure base from which learners explore the world. A child who's developed a secure attachment to an adult caregiver has internalised sense of security and confidence, and therefore may be more independent, resilient, and optimistic. They know they're worthy of being loved and develop positive self-esteem. They're able to regulate their emotions, think before they act, and tolerate stress and frustration. They're able to trust adults to be there when needed and that they will treat them well. They're developing good social skills and empathy, so are able to develop positive relationships with peers. And they may be curious and ready to learn, and can tolerate the uncertainty of not knowing. Alternatively, if needs are not consistently met, insecure attachment may develop. When this happens, not all children will carry positive internal models in their minds, and consequently may view the world as a hostile and threatening place. There are different types of insecure attachment, but generally children who have not a secure attachment to an adult caregiver may have no internal sense of security and confidence, no sense of self-worth. They're unable to regulate their emotions, think before they act, and tolerate stress and frustration. They don't trust adults to be there when needed. They've underdeveloped social and emotional skills, which impacts on their relationships with others, and they won't readily try new things and can't tolerate the uncertainty of unknowing. So how can we support the development of secure attachments? Meet and greet the child to ensure that they have a positive start to their day. Use consistent and predictable routines in school. Make sure you give positive body language signals by making eye contact, smiling, nodding, and having an open body posture. Ensure that the young person knows that you've heard their view. Let them know that you've heard it by summarising what they've said and using phrases such as, "I've heard what you said." Be seen to support the child when times are difficult. And explicitly communicate the child that they're a valued member of the class and school and recognise their contributions. Dr. Chris Moore from EP Insight has also shared some practical strategies on his website, which we have linked on the next slide. The resources on the screen provide further opportunities to learn about attachment and how we can develop positive child-adult relationships, ensuring that we are a secure base from which children and young people can explore the world and thrive. Thank you for engaging with this pedagogy premiere.